Everyone wants Kali's power, but very few are ready for the intensity of her presence. She doesn't show up to comfort you, she shows up to break you open. And there are specific forms of Kali that not even wise sages dare to call upon, unless they're prepared to lose everything that isn't real. In this video, you'll discover the 3 most dangerous manifestations of Goddess Kali, the ones that bring not just transformation, but complete destruction, both inside and out. Before we dive into Kali's most intense forms, there's one thing we need to get straight. Kali isn't the goddess of beauty, she's the goddess of brutal truth. She shows up when all that's fake needs to fall apart. And that's terrifying. She doesn't knock gently. When Kali enters your life, things begin to collapse, not because she hates you, but because she's clearing the way for truth to bloom. Sadhguru once said that Kali's energy is like fire. If you know how to use it, it transforms everything. If not, it burns you. A lot of people call on her for protection, but forget that the first step in Kali's protection is breaking everything that holds you back. She doesn't bargain with your ego. She doesn't do halfway. So when you call on Kali, you're asking to be reborn, and that always starts with a kind of death. That's the part where most people step back. They expected a goddess to take away the pain. But Kali doesn't take pain away. She drags you through it, so you can become something greater. That's why getting to know her most intense forms isn't about curiosity, it's a deeper calling. A subtle warning: do you really want transformation? Or are you just looking for a little magic? Because with Kali, change is a one-way trip. Mahakali is the primordial form. She represents time in its most absolute form, time that devours everything and leaves nothing standing. When you invoke her, you're asking for all your limitations to be erased. Sounds poetic until it happens. Because Mahakali doesn't just work on your thoughts. She tears apart your relationships, your identity, your entire structure. She rips away the old, even if you're still attached to it. Sadhguru says Mahakali isn't here to comfort you, she's here to set you free. She slices through illusion with a sharp sword. And the thing most people miss is that she doesn't wait for your emotional permission. She acts on a cosmic level. You might lose your job, your partner, your life's purpose, and feel like everything's falling apart. But what's really happening? She's cutting your chains. Calling on Mahakali is like stepping into a whirlwind. That's why so few are truly ready. Many ask for strength, but don't want the storm that forges it. Mahakali isn't a symbol, she's a living force. And she demands full surrender. If you're still trying to negotiate with life, she's not for you. But if you're done pretending to be free, maybe she's calling you. Smashana Kali lives in cremation grounds. She dances on the ashes of what used to be. This form is pure symbolic death, and sometimes literal. When you invoke her, you're asking for everything in you that's ego, vanity, or illusion to be burned to dust. And she doesn't hesitate. She doesn't care about consequences. This is the Kali who removes everything that's dead inside you, even if you still think you need it. In India, sadhus meditate in cemeteries to connect with her. Not because they're morbid, but because they know only those who face death truly live. Smashana Kali forces you to let go of control. You lose your roles, your language. Even your mind collapses trying to understand what's happening. But your soul, for the first time, finally breathes free. This form is so intense that many who've invoked her without spiritual grounding have experienced breakdowns. Not because she punishes, but because she doesn't accept masks. She shows up when someone begs for liberation, but still clings to pride. And that's her greatest danger. She doesn't care about your intentions, she answers your vibration. If you're not ready to lose the ground beneath your feet, don't call her. Chamunda Kali is the demon slayer, but not the ones outside. the ones inside you. Rage, jealousy, lust, arrogance, these are energies that take shape in your field. And Shamunda devours them without mercy. She doesn't soften the blow. She doesn't negotiate. When she shows up, you're forced to face what you've avoided your whole life. Sadhguru has said that invoking Shamunda is like opening a reversed mirror where every shadow you've hidden suddenly has a face, a voice, and power. You can't run from her. It's a full-on confrontation. She won't shield you from your ghosts, she throws you at them. It's a powerful path of inner transformation, but with a real risk of emotional collapse if you're not spiritually grounded. This form demands that you're willing to sacrifice your current self to become someone you don't even recognize yet. That's what makes her dangerous. Not because she's evil, but because she's too real. If you're just looking to feel goddess energy and feel special, this form will break you. But if you want to finally free yourself from the darkness you've been feeding, she might just be the most sacred of all. Not all devotion is innocent, and not every invocation is welcome. With Kali, that's especially true. She doesn't respond to ego-driven requests, curiosity, or temporary desperation. She answers to total surrender. You could call her 1,000 times and feel nothing. But the day your soul cries out sincerely for truth, even if it destroys your comfort, she will come. Sadhguru says spirituality isn't about asking for things, it's about dissolving the self. And with Kali, the truth is taken to the extreme. Before you call her, ask yourself, am I really ready to lose everything that holds me back? Because Kali doesn't show up to improve your life, she comes to reboot your existence at a whole new level of consciousness. And if that scares you, maybe it's not your time yet. But when the time is right, you won't need words. The call won't come from your mouth, it'll come from your chest. And she'll hear it. Her presence isn't just a vision, it's a vibration that shifts the air, the time, even your breath. You won't know how to explain it, but you'll know something deep inside you will never be the same again. You don't invoke Kali to look spiritually cool. You call her when you have nothing left to lose except the false self that needs to die. These three forms aren't symbols. They're living forces. They answer your true frequency, not your surface-level wishes. If you're looking for gentle change, choose another goddess. But if your soul is crying out for rebirth, just know, Kali's fire also heals. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and keep walking this path of self-transformation, because Kali doesn't come to comfort you. She comes to set you free.